off, it's also an honour because that promoter sees you fit enough to carry his belt and puts his hopes on you. So this is what we try to do. And as I said, once we've done that one show, we sort of went from there. We had a lot of success, and then Brian Dixon suddenly decided he didn't want to do Norwich no more, so we done a deal over the territory around here. And then within a year, I think I built up the territories, and we sold out a crowd of 2,000 at the Norwich Sports Village in 2001.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, that was the ultimate. So then we lived on that for years and years locally. And even now, we're still drawing 700, 800 at our local halls. So, we're doing okay around here.
Yeah, it is. That was Frightmare, wasn't it?
Frightmare, yeah.
Yeah. What would you say was that? Because there's a lot of people, and I think British wrestling, from what I'm gathering at the moment, is on a wave at the moment. It seems very, very popular.
Yeah.
What would you say the key to good promotion is?
What keeps a good promotion, or what makes a good promotion?
What is the key to promoting a show well?
Oh, right. Okay, well, the idea is, to me, is, get the right talent for a start, obviously, People are going to work for the show, not work for themselves. Get the advertising right. I mean, I've found now, after years and years, our best way is we go door-to-door leafleting, wherever we are now. So, because if you've got a leaflet drop on your doormat, you're going to look at it. Whether it's for a pizza, whether it's for a Fiat Raw, or anything else, you look at it, and if you want to do it, you're going to throw it away, or otherwise you're going to pin it on your fridge, but it's going to be seen. And I think, as I said, Facebook, you just work Facebook all the time, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As I said, try and believe as you can, because my idea is that, all right, people know we're this, we're that, but I always say we're fighting illusionists, I look at someone like that magician on there, Dynamo. Have you seen him on the telly?
I haven't, because living here, we don't see a lot.
You look at him,
right.
He is sensational. You look at him, and the tricks he do is amazing, but it's a trick. But you walk away amazed. And I said to the lads, what people do walk away from WAW shows, I want them to walk away amazed. They go, well, we know this, we know that, but how did they do that? Did you see that? And this and that and the other. So every time we try and keep things going and storylines and stuff like that. I mean, I just done a year with my sons up to my retirement, and we got our own sort of stuff where we do our own publicity on our own WAW channel and stuff. And the time we got to the match in the cage, you could feel the atmosphere as the cage was going up. It felt like a big fight night rather than a wrestling show. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
absolutely.
We suspended belief. That's what I'm saying. Just that for that 2 or 3 hours is suspended belief. And I think that's what you've got to do, and not be so blasé about it. Oh, people know, don't worry about it, but don't rub their faces in it. That's what I'm saying. I still keep the backstage safe. No wives, girlfriends, kids come backstage, you know what I mean? No internet reporters come backstage. If they come to my shows, they can talk to people, but don't get backstage. I still keep the backstage as our area, you know what I'm saying? It belongs to
Absolutely.
us. That's where we get our inner
100%. Yeah, 100% agree with you there, 100%. Now, obviously, you've got a huge wrestling family.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to take 20 minutes, but tell us your wrestling family in order of when they started wrestling and ages. Well,
I got myself, obviously, and then it's my wife, Saraya, Jules, as you know her, and then it's my daughter, Nikki Best. She wrestled for a long time, but she's now stopped. She's now a medium. She's got from wrestling to be a medium. I had my brother Jules. He wrestled for a while. He's a boxer, but he wrestled for 2 or 3 years. And then I got my other son Asa, who tried wrestling, but he's got food illnesses. But he does refereeing for us now and again. And then we got Royster, Roy, Zebra Kid, people that know him. And then we got Zach, my other son, and then we got Paige, obviously, and then we got my 2 grandsons now who are doing the Battle Cats, the tag team of the Battle Cats, because Jimmy passed his mask down to my grandson when he used to do Battle Cat in Japan. He passed his mask down to my grandson Ricky. So
that can't be Roy's lad.
Yeah, Ricky, yeah.
No, how old is he?
He's 14. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord!
Yeah, and Patrick, which is Nicky's son, he's 14 too. So.
Wow.
Yeah, so they.
I can't believe Ricky's 14. That's
he's
making.
Yeah, he's tall. he's a tall lad. He's coming on well. Yeah,
it's making me feel very, very.
I have them in the cat stuff because they're still young. But I mean, when they're in that stuff, you don't know because they do some of the stuff and they do it sensational. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Like I did with Zach, what we did with Roy. All my kids started so young. They all started in the mask because they started so young. But they shock me how good they are. I think they are. But I know they're my grandsons, but they're going to be sensational as well. They're going to hit it big time. You've got to,
and if anyone doesn't believe it when you say that, I think you've got some proof in the pudding now, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's praise and I'd like to take a plug for Nick as well because he started with us, Nick oldest, and I'm proud of him too.
I was going to say. Pick up some names who've also come out of your wrestling school as well.
To sort of say that Nick, Paige is getting a lot of things, rightly so. But I'd just also like to say, well done to Nick. I don't get to talk to him that often, but he's done well for himself.
This is Magnus we're talking about, Magnus, TNA World Champion. Yeah.
I mean, he started with us. He obviously went other places after us, but I think he done it the right way. When he wanted to become a wrestler, he got the body first. You know what I mean? Then come to us. And, he's done everything the right way, and he's always ambitious, and he's going to go somewhere. I didn't particularly think maybe wrestling, but he always knew he was going to be a star of some sort.
Yes.
Same as Ray, they got this look about them, they've got this quality that you think they're going to be a star at something, you know what I mean? They just got that star quality,
Yeah,
and I still think you'll find, Zach and that will be up there and Roy in the end, because they're still trying, they ain't going to give up yet,
No, absolutely not. Yeah. Now, you've done absolutely loads of stuff outside of wrestling as well, TV things. I mean, I was trying to remember some of them, and there's that many. Tell us some of the other outside of wrestling things you've done. I know a lot of it's been wrestling based, but what other TV things have you been on? Well, we've been on every chat show you can think of, every chat show, from Kilroy upwards to anyone we haven't been on a Jeremy Cole yet. But all the teeth I had knocked out, I must qualify soon, you know what I mean? But so with that last documentary, we've done A Week in the Life of Sweet Saraya, which is more a documentary on the family than wrestling, even though wrestling was a part of it. It was when we were running the pub and everything else and stuff. And, we just so much we've done over the years, It's just try to think of more, Oh, of course, you had a pub as well. That was called The Wrestlers,
The Wrestlers Arms, we had 3 pubs and all, but The Wrestlers Arms we had for a couple of years, that's part of the documentary done. It's just seven days of the life of Julian, really. From everything, not just about the wrestling, but her whole life, running the pub, running the wrestling, running the family, and stuff like that, and it was quite interesting. So, it's obviously the documentary, and we've done a movie a couple of years ago with Danny Dyer and all that and stuff like that. So it's done things.
Amazing amount of stuff. Yeah. Now the TV show did really well, didn't it? Wrestling with My Family. Did anything ever come of that? Because I know there was talk of doing something after that.
Yeah, there was talk about it, but what it was, the Channel 4 commissioned it. I mean, the company who made it wanted to push it to the heavens, and I think now, from Monday night, they're all regretting it, because that was the biggest follow-up would have been Raya, you see. And I was talking to the director the other day. He's got some other things in mind for us, but I don't think it's going to be a follow-up to the documentary, because I talked to him the other day. He's got some other things he wants us to do, you know what I mean? But he hasn't pitched the ideas to me yet, but he said that we're too good a family to leave out stuff he wants to do, so... And funny enough, he was a Superfly fan. As we got the gig in the first place, he used to watch me and Jimmy in the old days. So when he got a chance to do something on wrestling, he said, I'm going to see Ricky Knight. And originally it was going to be about me and WAW as a company, but then when Saraya got the call, it all changed to be about her, which is nice anyway, because I think it come across really good.
It did. It was good. Very, very good program. I mean, your entire family, with its ups and downs and its good bits and its bad bits and everything, is a riveting story, isn't it?
We are what we are. We're cat-slash people. We don't. we don't have no airs and graces. We are what we are. We say as it is, and I always say we're like Marmite. People that love us or hate us, you know what I mean? But I think when people do I think that documentary helped us in a lot of ways, because a lot of people who before, see us as these people suddenly got a new idea of us, because we got a rough exterior, we're close-knit family, we're loyal family, we're loyal to everybody. And there's anything in life, I say, is, you might not have no money, you might be able to give much, but you can always give loyalty. It costs nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Right, we've got to talk about it then. Your daughter has gone on to, just the beginning at the moment of what is going to happen to her. What are you hoping for from her? Do you have any worries about her? Obviously, when you go out to America, she's just won the women's championship. It's just the beginning for her. She's gonna earn herself a lot of money. Do you have any worries?
There's always worries. As I say, because at the end of the day, she is on her own over there. She's she's a girl. She lives on her own. Everything's on her own at the moment. So I do worry. And obviously all the travelling and all the flying and everything else. It's a risk business, isn't it? In the ring, yourself. You're trying to show your car as a wrestler. The insurance goes through the roof because obviously. The more travelling you do, the more chance of accidents and that. So every time she gets on a flight, you see her worry, just stupid things like that, It's just like, because she is like the apple of my eye. She's my princess, So, and that's the downside. I don't see enough of her, but, I know she's doing well, but I still don't stop me worrying about her all the time,
Roy, I know, and now from what I'm gathering, reading on social media, being stuck here in Cyprus, he's trying to get a work permit. Is this because there's been interest shown in him?
Yeah, I can say there's interest shown in him, and by 2 or 3 people in America, and he's been offered a movie role, to be fair.
Right.
Him and Zach. So the thing is, as I said, because he's got a bit of a checkered past like me, we're down the embassy, we've been trying to sort it out, and he got a bit of a knockback the other day, but it's not a permanent one, so we're going to other places. We've got a couple of sponsors in America who want to bring him over to do this movie and that, so hopefully that's going to help. But, the boy's just, he turned his life around. People see the old Roy, he's not like that no more. He's got a family, he's got a mortgage, he's got kids, he's got a lovely wife, you know what I mean? He works hard in the gym every day, and he's really turned it around. And I just want the boy to get the break he deserves, because Steve, and I know he's been one of the best around for years. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I know he's my son and I'm biased, but enough people will tell you that he's one. I just think he deserves his break. And obviously Zach, he wants to do it. They want to do it as a tag team, so Zach wants to do it with his brother. Because they got this Hooligans tag team thing going on, which has been proving a great success in the moment and stuff, and getting recognised around the world as well. So Zach wants to go with his brother. So that's at the moment that's a sticking point, but we're working on it as we speak, really.
Yeah, fantastic, and fingers crossed for absolutely, because like you say, Roy's got his checkered past, and it's unbelievably difficult to believe when you meet him, because he's such a lovely guy, and I know that since his troubles, he's turned it all around, and fingers crossed for him. Hopefully, something will come off. Right, winding down with this question, and I think you are probably the man to ask this question too. We've got so much talent in the UK, and unfortunately, it's leaving the UK and it's going abroad. Like you said, Nick Aldis, Magnus, Adrian Neville, Spud, your daughters, your kids are looking to leave. The great wrestlers are looking to leave. Yet there's so much talent about right now, probably more than there's been for, Christ knows how long. What do we need to get British wrestling back on television?
Well, to be honest, that's another thing I'm working on now. I'm always working on it. I've been working on it for years. But between me and you and everybody's going to listen to this podcast.
What are you saying?
That's David, come on. Anyway, I think we're as close as now as we've been for a long, long time. Let's put it this way, without saying too much. I think we're as close now as we've ever been to wrestling back on TV. There's a hell of a lot of interest, But it's going to take for everyone to work together. That's the problem, It's getting everyone to work together. You know that yourself, mate. We've got so much top talent, but to bring them all together, we've all got to work together. We've all got to believe in the product and bring all these guys together to bring the best shows. You know what I mean? So it's time for promoters and wrestlers and everyone else to drop the ego and do what's best for British wrestling.